Hello, everybody. Gary Laubach. We are on GoLeopards.com. I'm sitting alongside the guy I'll sit alongside with all basketball season, John Leone, as we will bring you once again the men's and women's games on ESPN Plus, and sometimes we'll also be on Astound Television. You're always invited to join us for sure. We're talking women's basketball right now. Women, John, we had a chance to chat with Kia Damon Olson. She likes this basketball team. They do have some experience back. They've got 10 players back from last year. They do lose one of their real leaders in Abby Antignoli. In the years you were coaching, you lost players that you didn't think for sure you could replace. Can we replace her?
I think so, Gary. There are certain elements you're never going to replace when you lose an Abby Antignoli. The energy, she's like the Energizer Bunny. She really was the engine that drove whatever this team was able to do. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. Abby, I think, sometimes was forced into doing more than a young lady with her abilities might have wanted to do or had to do. You get more with less sometimes, and I think that despite Abby's loss, I think watching their scrimmage the other night, which was really encouraging at times, it's a different kind of team, and again, going to miss Abby for sure, you and I especially, and her family here every game. I mean, she's a Leopard for life. There's going to be a challenge, but I think they can do it.
As we look at the players that are back, there's a lot of experience and a lot of good position players. Teresa Kiewit, Najana Gizi, Judy, Zarinskas, Shields, Scanamilio. That's a really nice nucleus to start with. Where do you foresee the problems being? Where do you foresee an area that they really must kind of raise their game a bit?
Well, obviously scoring the basketball was always a key for us. And in the scrimmage that I saw against Binghamton, now Binghamton is an NEC school. They're very athletic, very quick. So it was a terrific test for us. It really was a good test. Lafayette's first 20 minutes of that scrimmage were as good as I've seen. Gary, they ran the floor. They scored in transition. They scored and attacked early in the shot clock. They scored 40 first half points. Teresa Kiewit, one of the more experienced guards, went out she got banged up quite a bit. It was a very physical game. And, Kia suggested they really didn't have a chance to scout the way you would in a normal game.
Right.
And in the second half, Binghamton threw this kind of funky half-court press at them. It changed the game around. So their second half wasn't as good as their first half. But the things I saw in the second half, the things that didn't go well, are fixable. So I was excited about their aggressiveness on offense. I like the way Talia Zarinskas, who's our leading scorer, coming back from last year, meshes. Teresa Kiewit is just as aggressive as she was early in the season, scoring up front. Sauda Nachanagizi, I hope she can keep it up all year long. I mean, she had unlimited range, and she wasn't bashful, and the ball was going in.
Yeah, that's certainly good. And how about freshmen? Which freshmen stood out for you?
Well, there's two, and again, Kia will correct me on this, but just my observation, there's a little point guard by the name of Haley Poser, who is just, she's got to get a little stronger and experience, but she is a steadying influence. She's a true point who can score, and I just like her demeanor. And the game's not too big for her. I like her. And the other person that I think will have an immediate impact is Maddie Krug. Maddie Krug is 6'3", great hands, and all I could think of was a Lafayette version of Kevin McHale. She's gangly, like an Ichabod Crane kind of body. Her feet are flying all over the place when she runs, but she gets there, and her work ethic is off the charts. There's something about her, and again, as a freshman, I like the fact that she doesn't have to be thrown into the fire right away. That's not to say that she won't see a lot of action early, but there's some promising young pieces that Kia can work into the mix.
I know there's concern about shooting the three. I know there's concern about rebounding, both offensive and defensive rebounding. Do you see good signs that can overcome some of those things that always are worrisome?
Yeah, I think so. They work really hard. Tasha Chudy is a steadying force, and I think there were times, I think I heard Kia refer to this, that she has flexibility. She can play Krug and Chudy at the same time, and they get bigger. But, Gary, I think especially in the women's game, there are very few at our level, there are very few dominant 6'4", 6'5" players. And I know that Tom Lochner, apologies, defense is so important, and Tom is a defensive guru. I think the teams that win at the women's level can score the ball. and your offense kind of enhances your defense, at least with this team's makeup. So I think our ability to score more effectively earlier in the shot clock is going to help our defense. We got a couple kids that can shoot the ball, and I think our quickness overall will allow us to do some things defensively that we couldn't do last year.
That's a lot of positives from our analyst guru, John Leone. He certainly is ready for the season, as we are. Mike Joseph will be joining us on the sidelines through the season. So it looks like a very interesting women's basketball year. We invite you, as always, to join us when we put the ball games on ESPN Plus, and sometimes, as we mentioned, on Astound Television. Thanks for spending time with us. The women's basketball season is right around the corner. We'll be there for that. You be there, too. Thanks.